Hello, we're back next week. This week, next week, not this. Next week. This week. The green room. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You want to move closer to the microphone down, or are you just going to sit there?
A little bit, yeah. That's much better.
Much better.
Much better. Yes, we have a special guest today.
We do.
So Mr. Jim Smallman, Leicester comedian.
Woo.
He's just sitting in the corner.
So happy
sitting
to
in the
be
corner
here.
with his arms folded, with his beanie on.
I'm watching you two look like Elton John and Kiki D singing a duet together.
Because of the way we
feel like we're in
position
the Proclaimers.
chairs. It's quite intense, really, how close we are. We're literally sitting facing each other with literally about an inch of microphone away from
It's
each
the
other's
fact that your
lips.
knees are in his crotch while you talk to each other.
We're not gay. It's
It's just how we sit, normally.
It's a productive use of space, Jim.
This studio's only like 2 metres by 1, so...
I just feel that this is very booth-like. I feel like I'm sat in a booth in Soho, and in a minute my money will run out and the curtains will close.
That's the look it's going for in here.
Brilliant.
Seedy.
Seedy, yeah.
It's good. I
CD,
like it.
sweaty, steamy, that's what we stand for. Excellent. Well, so for people who don't know, Jim Smallman is a Leicester-born comedian.
Yes.
Absolute legend.
And he's got a show on Radio Leicester.
Which we're not allowed to mention because it's the Rivals, but I'm not on today, so it's fine.
So, Rivals, we've actually got a bigger Facebook group than them. So yeah.
Whatever.
More
We have
popular,
146
therefore more
members.
It
popular.
doesn't surprise me. To be fair, our listeners don't
Don't have
necessarily
Facebook.
know how to use Facebook.
Can't get out of their armchairs. Meals
stuck in
on
the rocking
wheels
motion.
delivered to them. Can't even reach the TV remote. They've got to have one of those sticks that picks up the remote for them.
Mate, they can't turn it off. They're just sitting there.
You know what I love about working for Radio Leicester, though, is we've got a big window into our studio, and obviously I behave myself tremendously, because I like working for Radio Leicester, and they'll listen to me, and you know for a fact they're sitting there thinking, oh, that's a nice young man called Jim, and they'll go in and to the studio, and they'll look through the window and wave and say hello to them, and when I wave to them, and they see how tattooed I am, and the fact that I'm only 31, I think they do think, uh-oh.
We should talk about these tattoos, because he literally heads...
Some people refer to as the illustrated man.
I am. My parents, mainly. The weird thing is, my parents have gone from being very indifferent to me having tattoos to now loving me having them because they paid for most of my sleeve, which is... most parents won't do.
Amazing, to be honest. It's really colourful as well. It's just video game characters on your
It is.
left
It's
arm.
girls from video games, apart from the dragon, and I don't know what sex the dragon from Mortal Kombat
Female.
is.
It's a female dragon.
And they're female bats.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I thought, I'm not having blokes from video games, that'd be stupid.
They've just had like the Street Fighter guy. He's really like,
Do you know-
half naked on your arm.
I'm gonna have Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter on the backs of my calves, but it's gonna look like they're throwing fireballs to each other. So when I put my legs together, it looks like they're cancelling each other out.
At least few people see that because it's like covered.
If
Well,
you
no,
wear shorts,
I'm gonna make a point of
wearing shorts.
and not just any old shorts. I'm gonna wear 1980s satin shorts.
and walking backwards everywhere.
I'm going to roller skate backwards. When people learn to roller skate, why did they always go, do you know what, I've learned to go forwards now? Do you know what would look really impressive if I did this backwards? With massive socks around my ankles.
The only people who seem to go backwards are like waitresses in American restaurants that I've seen. They just skate backwards.
They do, but that's normally because they're in the
paid.
Flintstones and they're carrying a giant brontosaurus steak that they will put on the side of Fred Flintstone's car
And it will
and it will
collapse.
topple over.
But also on your right arm, you have Ron Burgundy, a giant tattoo of him.
I do have Ron Burgundy.
Which actually wasn't your choice, apparently.
It looks like his
No.
passport photo. It's brilliant.
It's just giving a sexy stare at whoever's looking at
It is a little bit intimidating to look at people with it. I like to, if I've spent a night with a lady, I like to make sure of waking up the next morning with Ron staring her in the face.
How drunk was I last night?
Ron
Did I
Burgundy?
sleep with Ron Burgundy?
Great Odin's Raven!
Did I sleep with a slightly small black and white Ron Burgundy? The thing is, right, I ran a competition in Edinburgh for people who came to my show to design a stupid tattoo for me, to follow on from the fact I've got a Pac-Man ghost tattooed on me. And, excuse me, and they came up with various designs. My ex-girlfriend came up with this design, thankfully, and we pinned them all up and got the audience on the last show to vote for them. And this one-by-one vote, coming second was 5 giant penises dressed as the village people.
Who wouldn't want that?
No, well, to be fair, I have got it on my chest now. I haven't.
Tattooed on your forehead.
But what I want to do now is to surround Ron. I want inanimate objects from the Anchorman film. We were talking about this before. I'm going to have a lamp, a wheel of cheese, a leather-bound book, Trident.
A glass case of emotion. Definitely, it's got to be in there
Glass-
somewhere.
oh, that's amazing.
That's a brilliant one.
2 tickets to the gun show. What else can we have? Sex Panther.
Oh, it's 60%. It's
Actually,
quotes as well.
I might not have Sex Panther. I might have London Gentleman because the name. I like the name more. What's the other one? It's London Gentleman and another one before they suggest Sex Panther.
Well, I can't remember, but I'm sure some geeky listener out there
Yes.
will. So send in if you know.
Or
what's
any
his name?
inanimate
What's his name?
objects.
Brian Fantana's other.
Or if you can name his what his testicles are, because I know his penis is called the Octagon.
Kenneth Nosewater. Dr. Kenneth Nosewater is one of them. And James Westfield. Is that?
Oh, wow.
I'm quite.
I'm high-fiving you for knowing what they are.
Definitely, I'm almost certain.
Oh, that is amazing.
And you got to remember Ron Burgundy's arms as well. I've got Jack Johnson and who's the other guy when he's trying to beat up Jack Black on the bridge. Tom O'Leary, that's it. I've got Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary.
Get a punted dog or a burrito.
I might have a burrito. I might just have the telephone box for the glass case of emotion, because that is my favourite bit of the entire film.
Or a glass of milk. Milk is a bad
There's going to be a
choice.
carton of milk will be there. Yeah, I'm going to run out of ideas. Oh, room on my arm.
Probably room. I mean, what was you going to say you had on the other side of the arm, was it?
I'm going to have Bill Murray on the other
of
side
course,
of the arm.
yeah.
Probably in his costume from Caddyshack.
You could get a gopher then.
Yeah, but there'll be various Bill Murray
Related things.
merchandise on his arm. Obviously, none from the serious films he's done.
No.
Because no one watches Broken Flowers. It's not funny
I've
enough.
never Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation's good.
I
Scarlett
didn't
Johansson's in it.
understand
That's
it.
the
I
only
watched it.
reason.
Yeah, I love Scarlett. Scarlett Johansson is on my laminated list of 5 women I'm allowed to sleep with.
Well, that makes it official.
No, it does. If you're in a relationship, you need to have a la Friends. The only thing Friends has ever taught us is that you need to have a laminated list of 5 women / men that you're allowed to sleep with.
And because it's laminated, no one can tear
No
it.
one can tear it.
Therefore,
No,
it's
so
just it's
the problem is
the law.
Irreversible. It makes it permanent, like gravity.
But I had to buy a laminator because I redo mine every month. So, you know, once you bought a laminator, the amount of and just laminate stuff for fun. You never lived until you've laminated bacon.
How does that fit in the laminator?
It does. If it's just make it flat, put it in the laminated thing, put it through. And also, because it's quite hard on a laminator, it does cook it.
That is a brilliant idea, actually.
Crispy laminated bacon.
Buy a go to
It will keep it like fresh as well, because it's obviously. I mean, the glue will probably do something to it.
Go to Staples, buy a laminator. You get a student discount, right? Buy a laminator and then just laminate stuff.
Just whatever you can find around the house.
You can use it as an excuse
Orange
to not go
juice.
out. Oh, Jimmy
Yeah.
coming out tonight. Oh, sorry, I'm laminating bacon. I'm laminating every meat-based goods in my house. It's,
A really
it's
good thing
bacon
to
night.
do is if you live with someone, laminate all their debit cards and credit cards because then they don't work.
What? Even when they cut them out, they won't work. Again?
They'll work when they cut them out, but
right.
they won't realise.
Oh, of course, yeah. If you do
So
it well
they
enough,
put it in
yeah.
a chip and pin machine. They're like, why's my card not working? I've laminated it.
Damn you, Jim.
But for any
Smallman.
husbands out there, that will curb your wife's spending.
Yeah.
So that's one good way to do
Sorry,
it.
did we slip back into 1974 then
Yes,
with your
yes, I
joke?
did.
Just completely normal and then sexism.
Yeah. Take my wife.
Favourite style of comedy.
Take my wife. No, take my wife. I actually said that on my wedding day.
Take my
And the wedding lasted 6 months. So
said to the barman when you're really drunk.
no,
Take her. I don't want.
just take it, and he did. Sold her into slavery. He didn't.
Let's get a song on.
Yeah, let's get our first song on. Yeah, might as well.
Well, I'm going to look at what you're putting on.
These are a few here that we're going to put on.
Oh, Jim can choose.
Yes, you can. We'll get my iTunes out and see if we've got.
Do you know what? One of these songs I have a story about.
Perfect.
Is it the first one?
No, it's the 4th one.
Which one is it?
Fourth one is the best number. So, should we play it and then Jim can tell us this amazing story. That
Basically, it
we're
involves me slagging off an ex-girlfriend of mine quite a lot.
perfect. Cool.
Yeah, good.
Angry comedy is good comedy.
It's Everlong by Foo Fighters.